All right, so we're diving deep today into the world of hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically the Montreal Canadiens
Yay.
and the return
Yep.
of Patrik Laine.
Long awaited.
Yeah. You know, Laine, a power forward
Exactly.
with a history of scoring goals like crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of anticipation surrounding
It's
this
for sure.
Canadiens debut
Mm-hmm.
after being acquired in that trade.
Yeah.
But his journey to get to this point
Yeah.
has been anything but straightforward.
Oh, yeah.
Marked by both triumphs and challenges, injuries,
Yep.
and then some time away from the game focusing on mental health.
For sure.
So let's unpack that.
That's
so
good.
first, just to remind everyone,
Yeah.
how did Laine end up in Montreal in the first place?
Yeah, so Laine was traded from the Columbus Blue Jackets
Okay.
to the Montreal Canadiens
Right.
during the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And in return, the Canadiens sent defenseman Jordan Harris
Right.
and a draft pick to Columbus.
So that's huge for the Canadiens. They're clearly trying to
Awesome move.
boost their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to shake things up.
And now the Canadiens are embarking on a road trip
Oh, yeah.
with a stop in
They are headed to Columbus.
Columbus.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up.
It's like it's written.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's like almost poetic that he could make his return
Yeah.
against his former team.
Against his old team.
So before we get to all that, though,
Yeah.
let's rewind a bit
Okay.
to that injury.
Yes.
Because this wasn't just a minor thing.
No.
This was serious.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Laine,
Yeah.
he collided with a Toronto Maple Leafs player
Oh, boy.
during a preseason game back on September 28th.
Oof.
And he suffered a significant injury
Wow.
that was initially slated to sideline him for 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, so long time.
A long time.
And he did resume skating on his own back on November 6th.
Yeah.
And now he's actually joining the team on this road trip.
He's back with the team.
So exciting. And now he could potentially make his debut in Columbus,
Yep.
which would be
Full circle moment.
wild.
Yeah.
So, but there's more to this story than just the physical injury.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He also took some time away from the game last season
He did.
to focus on his mental well-being.
Mental health.
Yeah. And he entered the NHL and NHLPA Player Assistance Program,
Yeah.
which is a program designed to help players with exactly these kind of things.
Absolutely. It provides resources and support
Right.
to help players navigate the challenges that come with, being a professional athlete.
Yeah. And I think that's awesome
It's huge.
that the league is recognizing these issues
Yeah,
because it's a really demanding job.
absolutely.
You know, the travel, the pressure to perform.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for Laine to take that step
For sure.
to prioritize his mental health, I think it's incredibly brave
Incredibly brave.
and shows a lot of strength.
Absolutely.
So to see him now battling back from both the physical and mental challenges,
Battling back.
it's really inspiring. So let's not forget, this is Patrik Laine
Yeah.
we're talking about here.
Yeah.
He was drafted 2nd overall by the Winnipeg Jets back in 2016.
Wow.
He's still only 26 years old,
Yeah.
but already has a ton of experience, 480 NHL games,
Yeah.
204 goals,
Yeah, he can score.
184 assists.
Yeah.
So he's a proven scorer,
Absolutely.
and the Canadiens are hoping he can bring that offensive spark
They need it.
to their lineup.
For sure.
But with all that said,
Mhm.
what are the realistic expectations here?
Well, that's a good question.
He's coming back from this injury.
Yeah.
And he also had a bit of a down year last year
Yeah.
before the mental health break.
Right.
So is it fair to expect him to just come right back and
Right.
light up the scoreboard?
I mean, it's tough to say.
Yeah.
He's obviously a very talented player, but yeah, he's coming back from this injury and he's also adjusting to a new team and a new system. It's a lot.
Yeah. And I think it's important to remember that
Yeah.
it might take some time for him to find his rhythm again.
Right.
To really get comfortable with his new surroundings.
Sure.
So I think, it's important to have realistic expectations.
Okay. So maybe temper expectations a little bit,
I think so.
but it'll still be really exciting to see him back on the ice.
Absolutely.
So how do you think this time away from the game,
Yeah.
both physically and mentally, will impact his approach to the sport?
That's a great question.
Because we might see a different Patrik Laine.
Yeah, maybe a more mature player,
Right.
a more well-rounded player.
Mhm.
Maybe he's not just focused on scoring goals now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's more focused on contributing in other ways, being a good teammate, being a leader.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we see him playing a more complete game.
Yeah, more of a 200-foot game.
Exactly.
Instead of just focusing on the offensive end.
Right.
So that's definitely something to watch for.
So just to wrap things up here.
Yeah.
We've got a player with immense talent.
Yeah.
Returning from both physical and personal challenges.
Absolutely.
Joining a team with high expectations.
Good expectations.
And potentially making his debut against his former team.
Yeah, it's a crazy story.
It's crazy.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
What are you most excited to see?
I'm just really curious to see what version of Patrik Laine we get.
Yeah.
You know, will he recapture that scoring dominance?
Yeah.
Will he embrace this new role?
Yeah.
How will he be received by the fans in Columbus?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, so many layers to this story.
A lot of layers.
I'm excited to see how this next chapter unfolds.
All right, well, I'm excited too.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you back on after Laine makes his debut
Absolutely.
to break it all down.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, that's it for this deep dive.
All right.
We'll see you next time.